If you want to keep things casual, you see her once a week max. You text her, you keep your text cadence to roughly 3 conversations per week, not every single day. And that's the behavior of a man who's dating, not a man who's in a relationship. And if you've already let things drift past that point, you got to make a choice. You either step up and actually commit, or you pull back your availability and accept that she might not stick around. But staying at boyfriend level contact while telling yourself things are casual isn't really a strategy. It's just avoiding a problem until it explodes. Situation 2 is when you actually want her. You genuinely like this girl, you like something real with her, but you've drifted into this undefined zone and now you probably feel stuck. Here's the thing most guys get wrong in the situation. They want to have the conversation, they want to ask where things are going or tell her they want something more because that feels like the mature move, but that's not. You bringing up commitment, even if you want it, signals that she has more leverage than you. You're revealing that you're the one who needs clarity, and that anxious energy women can feel immediately, and it shuts everything off. Even if your words are totally calm, your nervous system probably isn't, and women respond more to your nervous system than they do to the words. So your job in situation 2 is not to push for commitment, it's to recalibrate your availability. Stop being so accessible. Get back to living your life, see her less, have things going on, let her start to wonder where she stands with you. When she feels that uncertainty, she will be the one to bring it up. And when that conversation is her idea, it's a completely different energy than when it's yours. There's basically one scenario where it makes sense for the man to initiate the relationship conversation, and that's when he wants to keep things casual and his behavior has been sending the wrong signals. In that case, being above board is the right call, not to negotiate, not to ask where she stands, but to be honest about where you stand. And there's something about that. There are 2 versions of this, and I need to give you both. The version for the guy who's still building his frame, and if you need the language to hold your ground, here's what that sounds like. So look, I think you're great. I respect you a lot, which is why I want to be honest with you. I really like where this is going, and I want to keep it going, but I'm not really in a place to commit to anything exclusive right now. I don't really know where my life is taking me over the next few months, and I'm not going to make a promise I can't keep. So if you need that kind of commitment in the near term, I'm probably not in a position to give it to you. I'm not saying never. That's just where I'm at right now. And I didn't want there to be any misconceptions or hard feelings down the line. And if that means you need to walk, I get it, but I hope you don't. That's the training wheels version. It's warm, it's honest, there's no ultimatum, and a genuine willingness to let her go. And if you're still figuring this out, that script will keep you out of trouble. Now, the version you're actually working toward is say less. Say nothing. I spent years trying every version of that conversation. Long version, short version, carefully worded, sometimes brutally direct. And here's what I actually learned. The women who are secure don't need the conversation. They pick up on the signals. They know where things stand, and if it's not working for them, they just kind of quietly walk. There's no drama or a text novel or a scene. They just figure it out. The women who aren't secure are going to react how they react regardless of how well you word it. You can have the most thoughtful, respectful, above-board conversation in the history of dating, and she will still send you a 10-paragraph text at 2 a.m. The conversation doesn't prevent that. Nothing does. So at some point, I just stopped over-explaining, and I let my behavior be the message. You're already communicating through how often you see her and how often you text. The less you say on top of that, the better. The kind of thing to do isn't the long speech. It's letting her figure out her own situation. And when she asks directly, you tell her the truth simply and cleanly. I'm not in a place to commit to anything exclusive right now. Then you stop talking. That's it. No paragraph after it, no softening. No, but I really enjoy spending time with you. You've already said enough. What you are almost never going to ask her is to be your girlfriend or pushing for something more serious, because that's her job, so let her do it. Here's the honest version of what a situationship actually is. It's not something that happened to you. It's a symptom of behavioral drift. Either you're a guy who wants casual but is acting like a boyfriend and wondering why she's confused, or a guy who wants her but is overinvesting out of anxiety and wondering why the attraction is fading. The fix in both of the cases is the same. You got to get your behavior back in line with your actual goals. If you want casual, act casual. Once a week, 3 conversations, no daily texting. If you want her, stop being so available. Live your life and let her come to you. You can't act like someone's boyfriend and then be surprised when she thinks you're her boyfriend. One honest question before you stop listening to me. If you looked at your actual behavior over the last month, not what you've been telling yourself, but the actual real cadence of contact and time spent together, what kind of relationship does that behavior describe? Because whatever you've been doing, you've been communicating. She's been getting a message. The question is whether that message matches what you actually want. If you want help getting this right specific situation, you got a specific girl, specific behavior to adjust, the link is in the description and you should book a call. All right. Later, boys.